Hello, you're welcome to another episode of Real Estate Business with Debo Adejana. I'm a real estate entrepreneur and also the MD CEO of Realty Points Limited. They call us the Sack Your Landlord people. Now, in this episode, I'll be discussing why everyone, and I mean every single person, should own a piece of property. Okay? You will get to know why it is so absolutely important that you own a piece of property. Don't worry, just sit down and relax, grab popcorn, drink. I'll be right back. You're welcome back. Yeah, so like I said in this episode, we are discussing why should everyone own a piece of property or a piece of real estate if you like. Now, I would quote about three personalities that have said some interesting things about real estate. I'm sure you know out there are a lot of quotations quotable quotes that you can refer to that can better educate you or expose you to the world of real estate. It is Louis Linkman that said the best investment on earth is earth. The best investment on earth is earth itself, okay? And then Roosevelt, D. Roosevelt, that is Franklin Roosevelt, former president of United States of America, said real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it is about the safest investment in the world. I mean, that quote is just so powerful. Each time I read it, I just try to think about every line of it. I mean, it cannot be stolen, cannot be lost. It's about the safest. If you purchase it with common sense, manage it, pay for it in full, it cannot be lost. It's about the safest investment in the world. That is so true. Then the last quote that I'll be referring to today is that of John Stuart Mill. John Stuart Mill. I mean, he said, landlords grow rich in their sleep. Wow. Landlords grow rich in their sleep. So, these are some of the reasons why I say every human being should aspire to own a piece of property. Now, I've never, I'm some years old. I may look young, but I'm fairly old, you know. But I've never seen anyone in my years on earth that does not have the desire to be comfortable, wealthy, rich, depending on the adjective you like to use. Some people don't like the word rich, they don't like the word wealthy, so they say, hey, once I'm just comfortable, I'm okay. Yeah, so I've never seen anyone that at least does not desire to be comfortable. A lot desire to be wealthy, to be rich. Okay? Now, don't be surprised to know that you would not have started on your climb to being wealthy, getting on the ladder to being wealthy, to being comfortable, to being rich, without having a piece of real estate in your portfolio. It just doesn't happen. It is said that over 90% of the world's wealthiest people either made their money from real estate or are keeping their money in real estate. Do you hear that? Over 90%. I mean, there is no one that I know that starts to be comfortable and doesn't start thinking about piece of real estate. Why do you think that is so? It's so because, you see, and this is one major reason why I think everybody should aspire to own a piece of real estate. And I mean own, not rent, own, okay? It's simply because, look, the need for property is so basic. Maslow told us we have three basic needs of man: food, clothing, shelter. If you rank it in my own, school of thought, shelter comes first. Especially if you substitute shelter for the word real estate, you will just know that it comes first because every other thing evolves from there. Real estate is the basis for life, or basis on which life then exists. That's the truth. Real estate is land, everything on top of it, and everything under it. And by that, there is almost nothing left. Okay? So the decision to say, hey, I want to purchase or I need a piece of real estate is not ours to make. It's been made for us by nature. That is how basic that need is. Now, if something is that basic a need, you don't want to solve that problem using a temporary measure forever. No. You probably want to start from a temporary measure of rents, for example, but you want it to end with ownership at the end of the day, because then you will be freeing yourself from a lot of what that involves. You know that, all over the world, property, the need for property constitutes a very large chunk of what the average man spends on a monthly basis. So it's even known, and said to be that the standard amount you are allowed to spend on your property need, housing need, is about 33.3%. Now, 33.3% of your pay going into one item is huge. But you see, because that item is so basic, you need to spend it. So you're allowed to spend that much on it, either by way of rent, by way of paying your mortgage, or by way of, paying off however you acquired a piece of property or building your own stuff. That is one of the basic measurement criteria for even determining whether you qualify for mortgage with the mortgage banks. They will want to see the repayment, whether it's not more than 33.3% of your income. If it is more than, they tend to think that you are not qualified, or to tell you that you are not qualified for that mortgage, because they are not sure that you'll be able to sustain or pay down on the mortgage without any disturbance. Now, it is because that need is so basic. It's so basic. You cannot, if you want to do anything now, you need to think of where you are going to be doing it or operating from. If you want to, go to a town to establish, you'll be thinking of where you will stay. If you want to start a business, you'll be thinking of where you will operate it from, There is nothing you do that you don't think about where you will do it from, in form of real estate, in form of property, in form of shelter for that thing. It is basic to every desire of man. And that means that you need to look at that need and try to address it in a way that is more permanent. Now, what that does for you is that when you address it in that way, you can imagine freeing like about minimum of 33.3% of your income, freeing that up for other uses because you've taken care of your housing need. Then you are on your way to being well off, to being wealthy, okay? And in this part of the world, we spend, some people statistically, tests conducted have shown that some people in this part of the world spend as much as 65% of their income on their housing need, to pay their house rent or to service their mortgage, and it constitutes the bulk of what a lot of people spend, regarding their welfare. So you want to address that by making sure that you deal with that issue of ownership early enough, and then be able to free up that much of your money for other uses, and then you start on your way to being wealthy. So I tell you, hey, the journey to being wealthy, the journey to being well off, the journey to being rich starts from having at least a piece of property in your portfolio. Nobody has been adjudged rich. Nobody has been adjudged wealthy that does not have a piece of real estate. I'll be right back after this. Thank you. Welcome back. I believe you've enjoyed this episode. Please just note the episode number. Anytime you can watch it, you can refer it to your friends and all. I would encourage you to please subscribe. Just hit on the subscribe button and subscribe so that you get a notification every time. And make sure that you subscribe so that you can always get our videos. Promise you tons of information, especially if you're in the real estate world. And I would say go a step further. Hit the notification bell. Okay, what that does is that whenever we drop, as soon as we drop a video, you get to have it first. You get to know that is being dropped. Now, we will drop our videos every Tuesday and Thursdays of the week. Before 7 p.m. any of these days, we would always drop very useful videos for you to learn from. And I have sessions with interviews and all of that. I would encourage you to please, follow us. Pass comments. I've shared something today. Maybe you have contrary opinion and all. Feel free to pass it. You have supporting opinions. You have one thing or the other you want to add as to why it is good and almost a must for everyone to own a piece of property. Let's engage at the comment section. We'll be right there looking out for you. Now, I do stuff, okay? I train people to become real estate entrepreneurs. If you are interested in enjoying financial freedom through the avenue of property investing, property entrepreneuring, that is what I specialize doing. And we have a program that we run regularly. It's just at a very, very discounted price for the value that you get. If you want to attend our next session, I would encourage you to go to realestateentrepreneurs.com. realestateentrepreneurs.com. Go there and then click to attend. Subscribe to the next edition. Let's meet there and help you gain your financial freedom through investing in real estate in the country and every other part of the world. And you can do this on your own after going through some of the interesting sessions, or in groups with other people as you may be interested. Okay, follow me on my social media and do Debo Adejana. Instagram is at Debo Adejana. Also on Twitter at Debo Adejana, and then Facebook look for Debo Adejana and join. And we have a very special Facebook group. It's called Real Estate Circle. Real Estate Circle. Join in. Let's engage with other real estate enthusiasts and entrepreneurs discussing real estate issues. If you have any problem, you may have someone that will be able to help you out right there in that group. So it will be nice to meet up with you one of these days online. Engaging with you on my social media handles or right here. Till the next time where we bring you another episode, I remain yours sincerely, Debo Adejana, in the business of helping you sack your landlord. Thank you.